Hi, welcome to PitchCamp. My name is Luke, and thank you for connecting with me today. I'm going to walk you through our entire system so you can get a better understanding what we have to offer for your campsite, how we can make things easier for you by accepting online payment, online reservations, automation throughout your entire campsite, and easily communicate with your clients. So let's get started. So let me share my screen with you. So PitchCamp is a Canadian-based company. We have approximately 5 to 6 employees, depending on the time of year, working. We are a smaller team, but we respond quickly. So we have 24/7 support, meaning if you need any help, any questions, we're always here to help. And also, we're always continuously improving and adding new features. So unlike certain other industries, we are always open to your feedback so we can always tweak and make PitchCamp better for you and also for all our other clients. PitchCamp, we've been serving campgrounds since 2010. The platform itself has made well over 700,000 reservations between a combination of online reservation and front office reservations. We're here to serve campgrounds. So we're here to save you time, stress, money. We cater a lot to seasonal and transient campgrounds. We also cater to full-time campgrounds, year-round campgrounds. We have a friendly team, as I mentioned earlier. We have 24/7 support. We're here to client care. And not only we do client care and support, we also give you refresher training. So at the beginning of the season, if you're a transient campground, such as a seasonal campground, it might get a little tricky when you come back from a 6 months vacation. So we have refresher courses. We also have training courses, training material, and one-on-one training with new campsites, and also with their employee if they need it, if they need to, when they actually join PitchCamp. So the value that PitchCamp brings to your campsite is a stress-free reservation platform. So you don't need to worry about your backups. So what I mean by that is your information is stored safely in the cloud. You don't need to know how to integrate your system with very complex models. All we give you is a URL that plugs in from your website into our back end so your clients can make online reservations. We have an extended wealth of insights that are available with PitchCamp. You can do reports, trend analysis, and print them all out. The platform works from anywhere and on any device, so that's a big plus. If you also have gate access system, you can also control your gate access directly from inside the application itself. We have what we call effortless client communication. We automate all your emails, your newsletter, your regulations, and waivers. So if you're a type of campground that would like to have or are currently already taking waivers for liability purposes to diminish the trend of having the client coming back and sue you if they slip on your property, we have those automated waivers that can be signed and attached to their reservations and also to their email automatically, so you don't have to do all the heavy lifting. We have a multitude of campsites throughout Canada, the US, the UK, and also in New Zealand. And we've been we've been we've been working hard on providing also maps. So we do create maps. So if you do currently have the map that you want to use, we can use your existing map or we can create one for you. The maps that we create are not basic maps. They're actually very advanced integrated map that you can reuse in your front office, on your website, and in PitchCamp. The prices that we charge for PitchCamp to create a map for you starts at $400 plus $3 per lot. This gives you unlimited edits. So let's say in a year from now, as long as you're a PitchCamp client, we could make additional edits to your current map for free. So as long as you don't redesign the entire map, it's not a problem. So we would make the modifications, upload it back to your site, and give you a fresh copy so you could upload your repository. The easy online integration pretty much is a Book Now button that links directly from your website. That is a URL that opens up a second page, which allows your clients to make online bookings. At PitchCamp, we pride ourselves on making sure a platform meets your needs, so together and make your life easier using our platform. Our standard pricing for PitchCamp starts at $4 per reservation with no monthly fees or yearly fees. This gives you access to all the features you need to get started to take online bookings and office bookings. So it gives you access to all the reporting, the online booking, the online payments, and no automations. However, automation starts to be integrated in the higher end, such as the standard package. With the standard package, there is a monthly fee or a yearly fee. If you want to pay yearly, we do give a 20% discount, and the per reservation fee drops down to $3. Now, with the standard package and the premium package, the difference that you get is more functionality, such as point of sale, date brownouts, wait lists, automations, and so forth. And with the reservation fee that we charge, we allow you to pass on those fees to your clients. So meaning you have access to charge new fees or a multitude of various number of fees to your existing clients or to your existing reservations that are currently ongoing, and collect that money. So when you collect the fees that are passed on to your clients, you pocket the difference. For example, if you charge $5 per reservation, and we charge you $3 per reservation, you pocket the difference, which allows you to essentially use the application for free if you do it that way. Now, let's talk a little bit about you. Some of the problems or things that we typically hear from campsites is they're always afraid with an online platform that they're not allowed to make in-office payments or reservations. So with PitchCamp, it is a online application first, so meaning that we structure ourselves to be able to make online reservations, but we also cater to your front office. So we allow you to enter your manual reservations from your desk, also make manual payments. So a manual payment is a payment that does not go through the Stripe payment gateway. So we're partnered up with Stripes, and Stripe is our payment gateway, which they charge an upward fee of 2.9 plus 30 cents for every transactions, only if the payment goes through the online gateway with Stripes. But if you use the manual payment method, such as cash, check, Visa, MasterCard, or Interact from your front desk, those are considered manual payments. So you pay no additional fees for those payments. Now, if you do wish to use the Stripe Gateway platform for all your payments, you can. So you can do the payment method directly from the online portal or directly from your front office. And we also have an integrated terminal system that allows you to take payment in person via tap. So time for the demo. So the demo, we're going to look at two various parts. We're going to look at the online reservation side and also at the admin panel, which is the back office that allows you to manage all your reservations. So let's get started. So let me just switch over to the demo page. So for this demo right now, we're on the client-facing booking page where your clients will hit the Book Now button from your website and they would land on your customized page. And this customized page allows you to change the icon, the logo, the name, the slogan, your colors, okay, the images for your lots, and so forth. We have what we call smart URLs. So these URLs at the top that link your website to your booking page have a bunch of query parameters that allows you to do a few things. For instance, auto load the dates, auto load next availability automatically, so your clients have something to look at. We can also control the filter types. So right now we have 3 different filter types, and these can be controlled by you, and your clients would basically select the lot types that they wish to look at, and then it would pre-filter the results based on them. Now, when your clients enter the arrival and departure time of their stay, they get the availabilities available based on your inventory. They can either look at the list view, which is what we're seeing right now, or at the map. So there's 2 types of maps. So we have the general map here at the top, where you can look at all the listings grouped onto that single image, so your campground map. Or if we go back to the list view, they have the option to go through the images and also look at the individual map pins. So if you do go with the free platform, you would not have access to the pictures on your lots, but however, you would get the nice map pin displayed on your listings, which is just as nice. Okay. Now, with the listings, there are a few more options. So with the individual listings, there is more information, which brings them up to a listing page with the additional pictures that you've uploaded, additional description. If there's nightly, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, seasonal prices structure, those would appear too. Or if you only have nightly price, that's all that would be listed here up on this screen. Amenities, so whatever amenities you want. We have hundreds of amenities to pick from. The availability calendar for that specific listing and where it's displaced on the map. Now, when a client is ready to book, they click on the Book Now button. They enter the number of occupants, their vehicle information, and then these are configurable per lot. So you can actually add also add-ons. So these are upsell items, so which are available in the standard package. So you can have golf carts, firewood bundle, whatever you would typically sell at the front desk. So in our case, we're going to add a firewood bundle to this current order, and we're going to hit save. So that's going to add the item to the cart. We can have several of these items in the cart, and if you pay attention to the deposit total, right now we're asking for the entire deposit total. This is configurable. You can slide it down all the way to 0 if you desire to. You could also be 50%. A lot of the campsite likes to take a 50% deposit because it saves on the Stripe booking fee. And then they take the remainder of the balance manually, either cash, Visa, and so forth. Okay, so once they're ready, they check out, they enter their personal information along with their credit card, and they get access to your waiver of liability that you created. So this waiver of liability can be anything, could be your rules and regulations, could be your upcoming events, it could be just conditions of camping at your campsite. And once that reservation is complete, you get all those details along with their payment method in their profile. Now let's move over to the admin page. When logging into the admin page, you're greeted with the dashboard. The dashboard gives you an overview of the occupancy on your campsite. What are the number of reservations that are arriving soon? The price breakdown, the number of reservation breakdown that were created over time, either online or by you at the front office, and also the client acquisition. So when a client books online, they're asked several questions if you want to enable this feature or not. In our case, we're asking them if they have found us through Google, Facebook, Instagram, or other. And this gives you a pie chart of where you've been acquiring your clients over time. Now, on the reservation grid, so the reservation grid, we have all the detailed information for every single reservations. We also have the calendar view. And the calendar view is a breakdown of all your reservations, but on a calendar base. So you can see your lot numbers over on the left-hand side, along with your reservations throughout the calendar, which can be zoomed in or out. And every single one of these reservations can be double-clicked, which brings you inside the reservation itself. And any one of these parameters can be overridden. So rates are automatically calculated. You can override the rates. You can also extend a stay. So if I would to edit an existing reservation, I can extend it for one more night, and then we can see right away if there's a conflict by looking at the reservation calendar at the bottom. So let's extend this stay. And the system has automatically recalculated the total outstanding amount based on the number of nights. Also, as mentioned, if this client was an online client, we would also see their credit card information on file, and you could reuse it to be applied for additional payments in the future. So reservations, the reservation grid allows you to do pre-filters on any one of these columns. So at the top, there is a filter for every single one of these columns. For example, if I wanted to see all the outstanding reservations, all I need to do is do the greater than sign, greater than 1. In our case, sorry, did it on the wrong column. So if I go back, outstanding greater than 1, I get all the outstanding reservations that owe me money. Now, with this filter applied, I could apply several filters. If I wanted to, I could just say, well, I only want to see the reservations that are incomplete. So now I have all the incomplete reservations. I can hit this little print button at the top and print out that report and select which column I want to use in this report. So with all the filtering capabilities on this grid, allows you to also do custom reporting. Now, the various colors on the reservations allow you to quickly see if a reservation was paid in full versus not paid in full. So a yellow reservation means there is an outstanding balance. A red reservation means the reservation was canceled. A green reservation means the reservation is now complete in the sense that there's no outstanding amount. We can also check in and check out our reservations by simply going on the ellipsis icon on the left-hand side and select which state we want to bring that reservation in. We could also hover over the email section and basically see exactly which emails have been sent through our clients over the period of the existence of their reservations. In this case, we can see that this client has several emails that were sent out. We can also see if the reservation email, so the email that was sent out, was open or not. So we have this little open status here at the top. We can also click on the email and get a bird's eye view or a snapshot of what the reservation email was sent to your clients. So we can also go back to the calendar view. And on the calendar view, there's a lot we can do here. We can double click on these items. We can also hover over top of them to get a detailed information. We can also apply payments directly from a reservation, either on the grid or in the calendar view by simply selecting new payment. And that's going to bring us to the payment method page where we can select either a manual payment, a terminal payment, or add a new card to this client. If the client already had a payment method applied to the card, we could simply select it and use it. So back to the calendar view. On the calendar view, I can bring the calendar view into what we call edit mode, and I can grab a reservation. So for example, if I grab this reservation here, 1987, Jason Tang, and they want to move from lot 4 to lot 5, I can simply grab that reservation, drag it down, and it will ask me to confirm and snap it back in place for those time span. Now that reservation has now been moved. If there's any outstanding balance because of the price difference on that lot, the system will pre-calculate that automatically for you, so you won't have to go back into the reservation and make all those calculations. You could also extend a reservation. So if I grab this reservation, I want to extend it several nights. It's going to extend that reservation and also recalculate the outstanding balance based on the number of nights. So as you can see, the reservation went from green to yellow, meaning there's now an outstanding balance. We can also add a new reservation directly from the calendar grid, so we can double click and we can extend the number of nights which our reservation is going to be for. We have two options. We can block this dates, which just basically blocks those time from anybody else from booking that time frame on that lot, or we can go ahead and create a new reservation. And the new reservation panel, it basically walks you through a stepper. This stepper is a very rudimentary, simple way to making sure that no errors are done and that the reservation gets properly booked. So we have the date time frame, which we were pre-selected from the time calendar, so we don't need to do anything here. We also have the lot number that was pre-selected because we've started this new reservation from the booking calendar. So we can see lot number 4 is blinking at us. We could definitely select any other lots that are currently available by selecting them, but we're going to stick with lot number 4, and we're going to move ahead and select our users. Now, with this user database, you can add new users by clicking the new button over here, or you can pre-filter or select the clients that are currently existing. So in our case, if we look for Emily and we want to use Emily, which is part of our existing client database, we simply select her from the grid, and that will add her to the reservation step number 3. Now we move ahead and we can add the additional occupancies that are going to be on this lot, and we can have custom rules for every single one of these, which will apply new fees based on the watermark that you choose. So in our case, if we select more than 2 vehicles, we have a custom rule that says we're going to charge an additional occupancy vehicle rate of $30. This could be a flat fee, as in our case, or a nightly fee. Moving on to the last part. The last part is where you get to select your add-ons. These are point of sale items that can be selected, scanned, filtered, and grouped. In our case, we have several categories here at the bottom, which we can select in order to pre-filter them, and we can add them to a reservations by simply clicking on the item and adding it as an add-on. Now, on the final step, we get to review the entire reservation. We get to make any modifications, going back in time into the reservation stepper and making those modifications. Once we're ready, we hit on the save button, and that will create the reservation itself. So on the reservation, you can see it now on the reservation calendar inside the reservation grid, and now we can do payments to this reservations directly from inside the reservation or on the grid, or as I showed you earlier, right from the calendar view. So we could basically go say new payment and add those new payment. In this case, we can see this client already had a MasterCard to their account, and we could simply select that MasterCard, select the full amount, and make the payment. And that will go directly on their existing MasterCard that was on file. Now, going through some of the features, so going down to the map editor. So as I mentioned earlier, we do have map creation services, but you can also upload your own map. So we have an upload button here where you can basically select the map that you currently have, go back to lots, and you can place all your map pins on the map itself. So once we're in the map configuration panel, you can grab any one of these map pins. They become live, meaning you can grab them and move them around and change them. So if I grab this lot number 37, I can move them to a new location. Now, keep in mind the back part is an image, but all the pins are interactive, meaning you can move them around. We can edit them. We can change the color. So let's change them to a different color, make them point top right, and save. Now this map pin will reflect those changes, and we can move it wherever we want on the map and readjust any other ones in order to make it pretty. Now, that's it for the demo. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm always open for questions. So basically, give me a shout via email if you want to have a deeper dive in what we just talked about. I'm always available for meeting with you and basically answering all your questions. So looking forward to working with you with your campsite, and PitchCamp is always a very friendly and accommodating place for all our existing clients. And if you talk to any one of our existing clients, they will always refer you to us because we make sure that our clients are well treated and you get the support that you need. Okay, so thank you. Have a good day.